OneNGlen back in action. Today we're out cruising and we're gonna go do a quick review on Orenthal Jr. aka OJ aka 85 CJ Jeep Wrangler. This is the one I showed you in the video not too long ago in my garage, the one I had me and Lover Buns had just picked up. And so we're gonna go for a little cruise. We're gonna make a pit stop at a parking lot and we'll do a quick review on it. All right, here we go. So parked up here. Let me give you a walk around real quick. So it's an 85 CJ Wrangler. It's got a small block 305 under the hood, Chevy. So it's got a nice little small block under the hood. Got headers on it. Rebuilt distributor by yours truly and TF Reedland. I don't want to say his name or anything. 35-inch tires on it. Got little rock rails, kind of more like steps. I wouldn't really put those on rocks. When we did purchase it, it had no top on it, no doors, no nothing. We purchased it from a guy out near us, and he was selling it because he purchased it from his brother who did a frame off restoration down in Florida. Brother was ready to sell this thing and sold it to his brother up here in Illinois, and Illinois Jeep driving with no top or doors is not as cool as Florida driving with no top and doors. So he ended up buying it from his brother, and then he sold it after a couple years, so we picked it up. Let me show you the inside. So it's got this. I'm gonna take the steering wheel off, paint this all flat black. Got just some regular, those aren't auto meter gauges. Got this long, it's automatic, but he put this long shifter on here. It was chrome initially, like silver. It had no boot covering on the bottom. We put that on there, and then we put this covering on here. It's got a little radio in here, so on and so forth. It's kind of just a plain Jeep, but it's perfect for what we want. This is the new bread and butter for the Wood fam. Boom. He does have aluminum radiator. Again, Chevy motor, not the AMC 304 that was originally in this. The classic front end of the Jeep CJ. Leaf springs on the front, not regular coil springs. Leaf springs on the back. Little rough ride. It's got the tailgate, so this comes down. Yeah, so those who want to know, here it is, the newest addition of Wranglers back into the Wood household. 85 CJ Wrangler. We're probably not going to cruise it that much during the winter. It does not have heat. Of course, it doesn't have a defroster. It's got a little shift kit in it. Build up some pressure on that transmission, bump it into second, you get a nice chirp out of it. So that's pretty fun. But it's a nice looking Jeep. This is gonna be Lover Buns in our cruiser. Back to the Jeep life, baby. Let's go cruise this bad boy. Let's go, let's take off in this thing. Here we are. A little bouncier than the JKs with the actual coil springs on there. A little rougher ride, but not that bad. I love the paint on this thing. The guy had it obviously painted. The CJ Wrangler is painted on there. The back Jeep is painted. Those are not decals. So the paint is super clean. I do not plan on taking this thing off-road and messing it up. I know our friend Locked Up Rich, he's an off-roading maniac. funny story though about this thing. Maybe about a month ago or so, I take this thing up to our local gas station, pick up some lotto tickets, and it's kind of at nighttime. Lover Buns tells me, don't take the orange Jeep. It hasn't been running right. I said, oh, that's just the way these motors are. They just need a little loving. They're not as smooth as the new motors. Blah, blah, blah. That's me. That's my story. So I take it up to the gas station. Rides perfect up there. Buy my lotto tickets. I fire it back up. It starts up perfectly. And then the motor just cuts out. It just like, boom, dead, flat on its face. Try to start it a couple more times. Nothing. At first I think maybe it's like a fuel filter, but it did turn off pretty abruptly and a little strange. So I don't know. Call Lover Buns. You know, Marie's got that new Jeep, the 2022 Grand Cherokee with the Hemi. So I call her, I tell her, hey, bring the Jeep up here with my big tow strap and tow me back. She's like, with what? I'm like, your new Jeep with the Hemi. She's like, nope, call the insurance company, get a tow. I'm like, what? You got the Hemi, put that thing to work. She does not want to do it. So I'm like, alright, I call the insurance, get a tow set up, no big deal. They tell me it's like a 60 to 90 minute wait. Call Marie back, hey, it's like a 60, 90 minute wait. You don't want OneNGlen sitting out here in public, he's too famous. Sitting out here waiting for a tow truck when you can just bring that Hemi on up here and tow me back. She says, get warm, they'll be there within 60 to 90 minutes. Anyways, so Lover Buns does not come to the rescue. She makes me wait for the tow truck, so I get it towed back to the house, no big deal, whatever. They pull it in the garage and get it back home. No spark. I call my man Fonzo. He's probably telling me, probably a distributor. So I call TF Wrangler. Says, hey man, would you mind coming on over here and give me a hand with this thing, just taking a look at it. So we try to fire it up, doesn't fire up. Check a plug, no spark whatsoever. TF Wrangler. We roll up to AutoZone. We pick up basically a distributor kit, right? So it's got a cap on it, it's got a coil, it's got the little rotor under there, all that stuff. So we come back home, put it all together. I probably maybe could have done it on my own, but TF is way more experienced than I am, so it was good to have him there to kind of show me what the heck I was doing. So we get that thing put together, fires right up like a charm. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna replace the plugs and the wires on this thing. Start pulling all the plugs, all the wires, find out that two wires, one wire was not making a connection with the plug very well, and on a separate wire it wasn't making connection at the distributor very well. So I swap out those plugs or those wires with new wires and fired up, and now it's running super smooth. So this thing is running better than ever, running really good. We have just, like I said, a couple things that I want to get situated with it. Small items, but all in all, Orange Julius is feeling good. So, alright, YouTubers, I'm out of here for the day. The cruise in OJ is about wrapped up. Until next time, peace.